There's nothing like getting a game-winning basket in a game of basketball. And with the amount of talent that the NBA players have, crazy game winners have happened all throughout the storied history of the NBA. There are game winners that were extremely difficult to hit, some that sent a team home during the playoffs, some that have won a team a championship, and others that have broken the hearts of many NBA fans. Safe to say, it's a play that any NBA fan wishes to see and watch happen live. And while there have been a number of historic game winners in the long history of the league, there have also been some absolutely crazy game winners in just the past decade. So in this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 of the craziest game winners in the NBA from the 2010s. Number 4, Damian Lillard sends the Thunder home. This game winner all but solidified Lillard's place in the top 75 players of the NBA. With just seconds on the shot clock, Damian Lillard capped off a 50-point outing with one of the most outrageous game winners you will ever see. Against an all-NBA defender in Paul George, Lillard pulled up from almost 40 feet to hit a 3 and send the Oklahoma City Thunder packing with another vintage Dame Dollar performance. You don't have to be an NBA expert to see how difficult that shot was, especially since Lillard basically sidestepped from 37 feet against a very lanky George in his grill. But alas, the Trailblazers star swished it and sent the Thunder home. This is one of those game winners that you'll have to see to believe.
Look at that shot. To put them out, he went for 50 points.
Number 3, Russell Westbrook wins his way to the triple-double record. If there's one thing you can count on from Russell Westbrook, it's that he'll bring excitement to the floor no matter the circumstance. Back in 2017, Russell Westbrook was having a historic season with one triple-double away from breaking Oscar Robertson's all-time triple-doubles record in an NBA season. Not one to shy away from the big moments, Russ shattered the record in the most Russ way possible. During their game against the Denver Nuggets, the Thunder guard became the player with the most triple-doubles in a single season, as well as the first player since Oscar Robertson to average a triple-double as well. However, while Russ had already secured the record, his team was still down against the Nuggets. So Russ, not wanting to back down, carried his team back all the way to the final seconds of the game. Down 2, with just 2.9 seconds left, Westbrook launched a 35 feet three-pointer that would end up icing the game for the Thunder and eliminating the Nuggets from playoff contention. While the game winner itself was super impressive, it's the fact that Russ did it at the same night he clinched the record for the most triple-doubles in a season that puts it on this list. And while Russ was never seen as a reliable three-point shooter, this shot was a definite clapback to all the doubters who thought that Brody couldn't deliver in the clutch.
Adams gives it back to Russ. Deep shot.
Number 2, Steph Curry's impossible game winner against OKC in 2016. It should be no surprise at all that the greatest shooter that the NBA has ever seen is on this list. And this one is unforgettable. In a game against OKC back in 2016, Steph and Curry hit one of the wildest three-point buzzer beaters you'll ever see. With only 29 seconds remaining in the game and both teams tied at 118 apiece, many fans knew that Steph was about to do something magical. But even the most die-hard Curry believers may not have been prepared to see the type of wizardry that the chef had in store. As the ball went live, Curry just took 2 dribbles past the half-court line and launched a 35-foot bomb on a three-pointer that would send the Thunder home in wild fashion. For any player in the league, launching a 3 with that much time remaining would have been suicide. But if you're the greatest shooter of all time, you have the brightest and greenest light one could ever have from that deep. As Curry continues to make crazy shots in his career, this one definitely stands the test of time as one of the craziest game winners in NBA's recent history.
Not to use it, Curry, way downtown, bang! Bang! Oh, what a shot from Curry!
Number 1, Kawhi Leonard's crazy 4-bounce game winner against the 76ers. While many game winners are remembered for how difficult the shot was, the best ones are etched in history forever when they are the catalyst for so much change in the NBA landscape. And that's why Kawhi Leonard's game winner against the Philadelphia 76ers takes the cake. With his departure from the San Antonio Spurs being riddled with turmoil, Kawhi's play as a Toronto Raptor was a test of whether the former Finals MVP was worth all of the controversy. And for Toronto fans, the Raptors' gamble in trading for Kawhi ended up being worth it. As the Claw was able to steer the Raptors to a Game 7 against the 76ers at home, the game came down to the wire and they had a chance to win the game. Tied at 90 apiece, with 4.2 seconds to go, everyone knew that the Claw was going to get the last shot of the game. And Kawhi didn't let Toronto down. As he was swarmed by the Philly defense, Kawhi dribbled to the corner and launched what could only be seen as a Hail Mary heave of an attempt. And my friends, this one is as crazy as it gets. With Kawhi's shot bouncing on the ring 4 times before eventually falling, The Claw sent the 76ers home and punched their ticket to the NBA Eastern Conference Finals. This shot is even more impactful if we take into account how the Raptors eventually overcame the Milwaukee Bucks in the conference finals and ended up breaking the Golden State Warriors dynasty and winning the 2018 NBA championship. This was also the first time that the Raptors were able to move on to the finals after periodically being knocked out by a certain LeBron James, who at this time decided to move to the West. If this shot hadn't fallen, so many things would have changed in the NBA. And luckily for the Raptors, Kawhi had that shooter's touch, and the rest is history. With that, we're now finished looking at 4 of the craziest game winners in the NBA in the last 20 years. For more videos and content like this, be sure to hit like and subscribe. We'll see you guys at the next one.